Blake. This is Anthony. And this is Anime Rewind, Jacon 2008. Jacon 2008, we'd gone to Jacon 2007, and now we decided to go to Jacon 2008, of course. I personally think it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. It didn't live up to my expectations of last year, but I'll get more into that later. First, Anthony's going to tell you what he thought about Jacon 2008.
Okay, I thought it was pretty good. I think it was better than MegaCon, if you saw that video. No one commented on it. But anyways, it was a good convention. It had good games. It had Super Smash. Blake doesn't like Super Smash. I don't know anyone who doesn't like Super Smash.
You know one person who doesn't like Super Smash.
This guy over here hates Super Smash. I don't know why.
It doesn't have good game mechanics.
Whatever. Anyways, screw him. But it was good. I lost in the tournament. The only thing I didn't like was one of my AMVs didn't get shown, but that was probably because it was a really dirty song. If you guys want to check it out, just look for a titled Dry AMV on YouTube under the user of SB129 if you can find it. It's pretty funny, but really bad, and will never make it to any AMV contest, so yeah. Really sucks. But good convention. Really, the people were kind of cool there, I guess. And I think that's pretty much it.
Alright, the best thing that happened at Jacon 08. That's you. Best thing that happened at Jacon 08 to you.
You know, this is still recording.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking you a question.
Okay, best thing that happened?
Yes.
Got to play against some really cool Super Smash players.
Worst thing that happened in 2008 Jacon.
Worst thing that happened was my AMV didn't get shown. Well, one of them got shown, but the other one didn't. And that's the one that I wanted to get shown. But now that I realize how bad it was, it'll probably never get shown. But for all you YouTube viewers who are checking this out, you might want to check it out because it's pretty funny.
Best thing that you hope for Jacon 09. If you could change one thing from this year to next year, what would it be?
Even though I'm not big as a Naruto 4 freak as this kid over here, I would actually like to have a big Naruto 4 tournament, because last year they had one and it was really fun. The crowd was cool. Everyone was just cool. They were all like freaking yay! Everyone was like, when someone hit a special, everyone screamed.
Yeah.
And I want it to be like that again. But you know, there were no Smash Balls on in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, so no one was screaming. You know, it sucked. But Super Smash was pretty much the only good thing there, even though I have it.
Final verdict.
Final verdict.
Your number out of 10.
Oh, I'd give this convention like, I don't know, an 8 out of 10. Only because the Buster Sword was like $70 here instead of like 100. And that's it for me. Let's see how much time is left on this thing. We have enough time for Blake and his thoughts. Look, we can just fit this into one big video.
Wow, amazing! Because last year, for some reason, it was like 8 parts. Or I mean, for MegaCon, it was like 8 parts. All right. There's a couple things about Jacon. One, the dealer room didn't have everything I was hoping for. I was hoping to get a nice wall scroll from like Fate Stay Night or
Not big enough.
it's like Inderzata, not Kiss, it's new. And it came out, or Hayate the Combat Butler. They're starting a new season this year. Something like that. One of the ones that aren't, it's not like a real mainstream anime, but it still is like a good anime. Didn't find it, you know, all I could find is like Bleach and Naruto, because everybody likes Bleach and Naruto.
And Death Note.
And found a million Death Note wall scrolls, so those are pretty boring, so I don't feel like getting one of those. Another thing is I went to get one of the foam fighting things, right? I was gonna get a spear. I've been looking for a spear forever. I finally found one, right? And it's $40, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna get it. And the dude's like, oh, we already sold that one. Who comes with a stand and only has one of any item? That's completely retarded. if you're gonna come prepared. You know, if you're gonna sell something, come prepared with everything. Kind of like like, hey, come on everybody, come on. The Asian guys or the Indian guys from like Pakistan or whatever, they always come prepared. They have like 1 million of every sword that you'd ever want. And like Anthony said earlier, he got a Cloud Sword that breaks off into 1 million pieces. And they had a ton of other good swords, like the Thundercat sword. The dude was really pushing hard. And I know nothing about Thundercats, and he kept doing something, putting it on his head, talking, saying he could see people. And I'm not quite sure what that means, but it probably involves Thundercats. Another thing, I thought there were some good things that were going on there, like some good events. We got to watch the auction, and I thought that was pretty funny. I thought it was pretty sad that there was like a bunch of people that people wouldn't even pay like $1 to like go bring to the dance or whatever. So
only the hot ones won.
Yeah, there was like 2 girls, and they were like tag teaming, and they only went for like $27. I mean, that's like the cheapest 3-way ever. And $27? Are you kidding me? And like the most expensive girl was like a girl who was dressed up like Fu from Samurai Champloo, and she went for like 3,000 gil or whatever, which is $30. Just take 2 zeros off. It's like around 30. And then some kid was asking if he could go to an ATM in the back, but they wouldn't let him go to an ATM and get more money. I don't know why. They were doing it for charity. They should have been like, hey, as long as you're back here in 5 minutes, you can spend however much you want. Pretty much none of the guys went for any money. It was all girls. Even the girls were only bidding on girls. So I think next year should be an all-female auction. I mean, I would completely agree with that. I think it's pretty good. And I think you'll get a lot of bids from everybody on that.
Yeah, but since I'm 17, I couldn't get a paddle.
Yeah, Anthony really wanted a paddle, and he wanted me to bid on these like 2 girls that were wearing blue. And he wanted to use the paddle on them later that night. But they specifically mentioned that 1, you had to be 18, so there goes his down the drain, but then he could always use me. But 2, they're like, this is just a escort to the dance, nothing more. And then it was pretty funny because some people were going up there and they'd be standing up there, and so be like, oh, we got 200 gil, can we get 300? And they're like, only if she puts out. So there's some good hecklers, and that's always the best thing at a con, is when you got a bunch of hecklers. It really creates a good atmosphere. I thought they had the Japanese TV shows, those are freaking hilarious. Even though I've seen the ones that we saw, that's great, like to always see those again, like dudes getting whacked in the nuts. I wasn't there the whole time though, so I missed if they did the Tetris one or Fearful Tag. Those are 2 other great ones, and Silent Library. Those are some amazing videos. And Anthony likes 24-hour tag. It's alright. It wasn't as good as it's not as good as Fearful Tag. I think Fearful Tag is the best. Even though they do some crazy stuff to people that I would never want to be a part of. Like if you get tagged in one of the rounds, you basically get held down by all the masked men, and they rub Bengay on your balls. It's not such a great feeling. Or it's icy hot, something like that, It feels a little cold, tingly, and then get that burn sensation going.
Okay, we got like 1 minute and 40 seconds left on this video. So.
Alright, so maybe we'll have a part 2 after all. Another thing, the one big thing is we got to see a guy that we played with the tournament at Chibi-Pa, and he was a really cool guy. His name's Manny, and he broke off and he started his own group, and he just started it, and I think he's going to do real well for himself. However, he did not have a copy of Naruto 4, and they had a copy of Naruto 4 and Naruto 6 in the room, and they could not get a copy all weekend long. We even checked on Sunday, they didn't have it, and that really irked me because last year they had a whole room just for tournaments. They had one side of the video game room for free play, one side for tournaments, a whole bunch of chairs. So you not only had the players,
you got like
also
50
had fans.
seconds left.
Sounds good. You also had the people cheering you on and stuff, and like Anthony said, you hit a special, it was epic. And that's the best thing about Naruto, it's so epic, and it's got such fast mechanics in its 3D. And however, they didn't use 4 or 6, which I understand why they didn't use 6, because they got ground hitting, and that's kind of bullcrap. And they got stage switching.
30 seconds.
Wonderful. But they didn't have any Naruto game, and that's always a staple of every con is a Naruto game. Yeah, they had 8 games of Halo, which was alright to play, but that gets boring. I don't know. For my money, Naruto's the best, as good as it gets.
You might want to end
So, we're going to be coming right back with part 2.